Okay, so welcome back to RPMbassy. So it's been a couple of weeks for me. So this is the first kind of video I've done in a few weeks. And again, I've chosen a band that I'm really kind of inspired by. It's been sitting in my kind of pile of records to do videos on for a while. I just pulled it out the other day. I thought, well, you know what, I'm going to do a video on this because it's such a good release. Especially this anniversary edition. So the band I'm talking about is, again, you probably guessed it, The Cure. And they've just released the Japanese Whispers, the 40th anniversary. So I did a bit of research on this. So this was the second compilation from The Cure. Now, I really didn't know this was a compilation because I remember buying this in 1983 when it came out on Fiction Records. I know there were singles on it, but I actually thought it was an album. But actually, it's a compilation of 3 singles, which is Let's Go to Bed, The Walk, and The Love Cats, with the B-sides on it as well. The only B-side that was missing was a track called Mr. Pink Eyes, which was the second B-side to Love Cats. That's the only track missing from here. Again, obviously later on they released the Standing on a Beach, which to me I thought that was their first ever compilation. But actually this is classed as a compilation. But for me I thought it was a standalone album. So the album's called Japanese Whispers, and it's a play on, it was a pun on the children's game Chinese Whispers. Like I said, I've never heard of that before. So the songs were recorded when the band was in a transitional phase after bassist Simon Gallup left following the tour to promote the previous album, Pornography. Beginning with these singles, Log Tolhurst switched from drums to keyboards, a role he kept until his departure in 1989. And I love all the singles from this album. I mean, The Walk, they were really experimenting with this album, I thought, because The Walk to me was such an electronic record. Even later years, even during the Lecture Clash, we used to kind of play that Love Cats with The Walk, both them tracks there. I mean, Love Cats shouldn't have worked. It was such a really bizarre track. That it did, and I think that was the track that got a lot of people kind of noticing who are The Cure. So as I said, for the tracks Let's Go to Bed and The Walk, The Cure were a duo consisting of Tolhurst and Robert Smith, with the addition of session drummer Steve Goldin. So it was kind of, The Cure was probably at its minimal for this album or compilation as such. But I love every kind of track on here. As I said, I didn't realise this was like a compilation of 3 singles. As I said, all of these singles were included on the Stand on a Beach compilation, while all the B-sides were included on 2004 B-sides, a rarities box set, which I've never received. I think it only came out on CD. I'm not sure. If I'm wrong, correct me if that came out on vinyl. Japanese Whispers was also the first Cure album to enter the Billboard 200 in the US in early 1984, which is a big achievement. But to celebrate, we have the 40th anniversary. As always, I always read out the hype sticker. So this is the first time it's ever been on clear vinyl, and it's housed in a special trans clear sleeve with printed in a bag, which I'm going to show you. And it's a really nice touch. Because I do have the original. I think I've done a little video on it before as part of a, I don't know, 5 duds or, 5 diamonds in a dud, or maybe my top 20. But they've done a really good job on this when it comes to sleeve, but also the vinyl itself. And it's a really good pressing because it's been remastered by Robert Smith and cut by Miles Scholl at Abbey Road Studios. And it contains the singles Love Cats, The Walk, and Let's Go to Bed. So let's have a look at the vinyl. So on the hype sticker, it says 40th anniversary edition, first time on clear vinyl, remastered by Robert Smith, featuring the singles The Walk, Let's Go to Bed, and Love Cats. We already know that anyway. But let's have a look at the vinyl. So for those who didn't know, this is the sleeve of Japanese Whispers. Now watch this. This is what we call a trans clear sleeve. As I take the inner bag out, check that. Take it out completely. So this is clear. You can see my hands. Look at that. And it's really good quality as well. So once you put the vinyl back, the inner sleeve back in again, it will create the whole sleeve. Again, there it goes in. There you go. And I think that's a really nice touch. So on the front you've got the Japanese Whispers, the Cure singles, November 82 to November 83. I've got the original. I don't know why I've never read that, because it really comes across like a compilation. And on the back, you've just got the credits. But the inner sleeve, I said you didn't get this on them because you just got the Japanese Whispers, Janet Slippers, James Flipper, The Cure. I don't know what I'm supposed to be referring to, but that's the inner sleeve there. And then when you pull out the vinyl itself, it's a lovely kind of clear, kind of translucent vinyl there. I mean, that's gorgeous, man, for Japanese Whispers. It's one of my favourite records. Again, the sleeve, the inner circle stickers are exactly the same as the original vinyl. But it's a really good pressing. As I said, been remastered by Robert Smith at Abbey Road Studio. So it's a really good pressing. Normally, you don't get that. There's stuff written on the inside. It says, "We are going to die." On the inner sleeve, it's scratched on the inside. There says, "We are going to die." That wasn't on the original, I'm sure. And this says, I can't really make that one out, but there's something written on it. So I think they've been having a little play. There's little etchings all around. So if you have this, and if you can read it, it's got better eyesight than me, let me know what that actually says. The only one I can pick out is, "We are all going to die." But there's other etchings on the inner vinyl there. So if you know what they are, please let me know, because I can't read that with my bad eyesight. So the other tracks on here that I just want to kind of find, some of the B-sides as well. So on side A, you have "Let's Go to Bed," which is a great track. "The Dream," "Just One Kiss," "The Upstairs Room." And on the B side, you've got "The Walk," "Speak My Language," "Lament," "The Love Cats." I prefer the B side. "Speak My Language" is another great track as well. There's obviously the B side, but "The Walk" is probably my favourite kind of Cure song, because it's so electronic and it so kind of suits Robert's voice. I don't know why they didn't do more stuff along that kind of vein, just for a little while, or maybe just one album and a couple of singles, because they would have smashed it, because that record's still being played now, and it's still called a classic, is "The Walk," that original record. But if you haven't heard this compilation, check it out. And it is The Cure, Japanese Whispers. And I'm sure there's been more Cure stuff, but 40 years since it's come out. 40 years. Yeah. The Cure, Japanese Whispers, 40th anniversary, on transclear sleeve and clear vinyl. Thank you very much.